Karol Zdunk from Beyond Black Belt, a really excellent gym out of Derby. Black belt under Braulio Estima. Kever in the corner of Karol there. This is going to be our first heavier weight bout of the afternoon. This is 93 kilograms, 205 pounds, light heavyweights. These are always my favorite because they've got the power of the heavyweights, but they got a bit more speed and a bit more cardio, shall we say. So they're going to be able to go the distance. And those boys from Beyond Black Belt have a very strong pedigree. They're very experienced. They're ready to go. Karol's looking like he's in great shape, getting his Vaseline applied. That'll just prevent any sort of ripping cuts from occurring because of the glove. It's a skin contact. There, he's going to go in the cage momentarily. Makhoshi. From the way of the spiritual warrior. He's got a million ways to get it. Just choose one. He's a fan favorite here, and one of my personal favorites. He's representing the way of the spiritual warrior. Makhoshi doesn't necessarily strike the most imposing physique, but he's got a very powerful kicking game and a very strong, rangy style to him. So he's great at using his leverage to inflict damage on his opponents. But he's going to have his hands full with Karol Zdunk from Beyond Black Belt in this 205-pound, 93-kilo or light heavyweight, depending on your persuasion. I like light heavyweight. Let's see if they've got the power in those hands. If he gets out of the first round, even more excitement to come. But the air is electric here with the possibility of another stoppage here in Battle Arena.
Introducing first, fuel fighter in the blue corner, representing Beyond Black Belt, Karol Zdunk. And his opponent in the red corner, representing the way of the spiritual warrior, it's Makhoshi! Batman. We go to our referee, Alan Jackson.
Oh, I'm so excited. Alan Jackson is our referee in the cage for this event, and you got to be a big, strong man to be able to get these two guys apart. Get their final instructions. They go to their corners. Makhoshi saunters back. Karol just shaking it out a bit. It's going to be all told within the first 10 seconds. Who can get there fastest with the mostest? Touch gloves. Makhoshi with that nonchalant style, slipping, moving. Oh, big double there, right off the bat from Karol Zdunk. Makhoshi wraps the chin. He's looking to fight the body lock here. Yeah, Karol definitely didn't want to give him any space to land those kicks and punches that have been so dangerous in some of Makhoshi's other bouts. Drags him to the floor. Oh, he's on top. He's got one hook in. He's got the other one. He's got Makhoshi absolutely stretched out here.
Oh, it's a horrible position to be in. It's pretty much the worst position in jiu-jitsu, flattened out on your front.
I want to see Makhoshi turn in a bit more there. He turns into the mount. Maybe he's got a better chance of escaping from here.
We've seen Makhoshi fight before, and he has great endurance and great heart, even though he's in a bad spot now. Look for him to burst out of it and get something going.
He's got a trap an arm and a leg and look to roll. I don't necessarily think shrimping out is in Makhoshi's repertoire at the moment.
I'm not sure what Karol is like. looking for here? Just a head and arm or an arm bar. They're trying to get a submission going of some sort.
Maybe try and lock up that Americana.
Or an arm triangle. He's trying to get the arm high.
Definitely has it high. I'd like to see him maybe reach over for the Americana, but
It's almost like he's trying to do an arm lock with his head. He's got that elbow control and he's using his head to push the hand away to get the arm lock.
this would be very interesting if he gets it. But yeah, Makhoshi can tilt and rotate.
Zdunk does have the biggest head in the world, so neck, so certainly possible.
Staying active from shots. If he wants to land shots, posture back and start raining them down. There we go. There we go. Give Makhoshi a bit of space.
Oh, looking for
He's
that
got
arm.
that arm.
Oh, Makhoshi.
I've never seen an arm bend that way.
Oh,
He slaps him. There's a big right hand. Thunderous from Makhoshi. He said that he isn't the most physically imposing figure, but he's got a great way of finding different ways of landing those bombs.
Look at that, just picking his shots. Beautiful from Makhoshi. I think how Zdunk's a wrestler and he's very comfortable on his feet.
Beyond Black Belt's got that Bradley or Steamer pedigree. Good kicks there from Makhoshi. He's going high, he's going low, he's winging him in. Another double. And Makhoshi stuffed the head.
Good double cage holding there.
Yeah, that has been the weakness, is the grappling in Makhoshi. He had his moment there. He knocked him for 6. But Karol seems to have recovered here.
This does look a little bit classic striker versus grappler. One guy dominating one area and the other guy dominating the other. Makhoshi's finishing the round in a bad spot though.
Yeah, that'll be the last impression for the judges here. And he's almost getting locked up into that head and arm triangle that you were speaking of earlier, Chris.
Only a few seconds left. He's a very strong guy, but I think he's going to struggle to finish it with the second 10-second warning.
So many 10-second warnings.
Some call it the 20-second warning.
He's on the back.
Oh, how close is Makhoshi to having a nap then?
He might be having one right now. Yeah, he's all right.
Slowly back to his feet.
He does everything with that kind of nonchalant saunter. Look at him, just going back. It's cool.
Even his corner man is just slowly soaring.
Yeah. There's no rush, guys. Make sure your ponytail's good.
Got this
Right?
giant Polish wrestling machine.
I know, I love it.
Gracie Barra train trying to kill you.
All I'd be saying is uppercuts, Makhoshi. Uppercuts.
I mean, Karol Zdunk is he's really telegraphing his takedowns, and Makhoshi can time something. And I mean, he already did time something. He's getting back to his feet. I think Karol's going to be desperate for the takedown, and this is the time to land some of that dirty boxing on the inside.
Yeah, he's got to get heavier on the head too. If Karol gets that head low and he does get the wrap around the legs, push that head down, straighten those arms out, similar to what we were seeing James Horde do in that last fight, even though the decision didn't go his way.
One of the disadvantages of amateur MMA rules, we don't have knees to the head, and one of the things that can really scare a wrestler from shooting on you is if you throw a lot of knees. You get them worried about that. They don't want to eat one of those shooting in.
He gets slapped by one of those knees, but let's see how they come out. This time we saw Karol come out with a quick rugby tackle style double. I wonder if he'll be looking to repeat that kind of success. We always start standing, start on the feet. Coach's hands low, no respect.
No respect. Coach's just wants. Oh, lovely leg kick. Karol's just not comfortable on his feet at all.
Yeah, he's very rigid. We saw that from some Beyond Black Belt fighters in the last Birmingham show.
He shot from
there we go. Does he
6
stuff
miles
it?
Away.
Almost stuffs it. He's in the
Makhoshi. Oh, lovely. Makhoshi digging for underhooks, trying to stop this takedown.
Don't walk around the back. Don't walk around the back. No. Very good inside leg trip there. And now in this Kezakatami sort of position. Scarf hold.
He's got the whole round for work from here. Karol Zdunk.
Sneak a knee across maybe right now. Makoshi's not being very active with those legs. Puts him back. He might need some of that Fensum Jiu-Jitsu.
I've heard there's a new association around.
I hear Fensum Jiu-Jitsu can help you out with that, Makhoshi. You might be able to do some slick, you wouldn't want to pass guard, would you? You just want to do slick leg locks and things like that.
The rumor has it's classic Gracie Jiu-Jitsu with some 10th Planet thrown in, with the modern leg lock game as icing on the cake. That's the rumor.
So it's like a...
It's not going to help from there though.
It's delightful.
From there you got to bridge and roll or use the cage. So you see, that's one of the advantages over a normal jiu-jitsu match where you just got a big open mat is you can get your feet on the cage, you can bridge a lot higher, you can thrust his hips up and try and bring him off. But Karol Zdunk is such a big squat heavy guy, especially for this weight division.
He seems to have locked his feet up there below the small of the back of Makhoshi. And
oh,
Makhoshi! Still dangerous. Makhoshi's the kind of guy who I could see knock you out while you're on top of him now. Just slaps you and puts your jaw back into your head. That's the end of it.
That's the great thing about Makhoshi. Even when he's in these bad spots, he's never. He's not doing 100 bridges. He's not blowing his gas tank. He's like, okay, I'll try and get out when I can.
Staying active.
Yeah, and hit him from the bottom to the body, of course. And anyone else, I'd be like, this is a terrible idea. But with Makhoshi, you're like, oh, okay, it's Makhoshi. He'll probably pull it off. Oh, but he's left an arm. This could all be over. No, beautiful by Makhoshi. Now he could be in a triangle, but he's posturing out of it.
That's how he got out last time.
Nice.
Now he's on top.
Now he's landing those big bombs.
I really like that move where he just double ankle grabbed, tossed them to the side and threw his right hand.
And I bet Karol Zdunk's not on the bottom very often in the gym.
No, he's a big old guy, and
not built for playing guard.
Makhoshi's not doing well to follow the hips here. He can open himself up to that armbar again. This will be interesting with Makhoshi finishing on top as the time runs down in this second round. Battle Arena 58. We'll take a moment to tell you that we are brought to you by Battle Ready Fight Management, ISKA, of course, the International Kickboxing Association. Bear hug. And it's hard from here actually to see the mat.
Netavism, Battle Ready Fight Management, A1 Fight Gear.
A1 Fight Gear, we got to mention them. And remember that you should come live to these Battle Arena shows. They're absolutely amazing. Spend your 30 quid and have a great evening watching some of the best amateur fights. But it's all to play for going into the third. Makhoshi finishes on top in the second. We've got Karol finishing on top in the first. And which man can adjust to do the damage in the third?
I have no idea how they're going to score this one, Steve. That's very interesting. Do you score, how big do you score the takedowns? How big do you score big shots Makhoshi's landed? I think in my not at all mattering scorecard, I got Makhoshi very slightly ahead maybe, but depends how, from a judge's perspective, is like how much damage do you say a takedown gives? How much do you take into account that control?
Yeah, there was a great deal of time there where Karol was in control on top. He probably had the best chances to finish, but just can't seem to put Makhoshi away. And
it's very hard to say, ground and pound from mount. It's very hard to judge how much damage is being done unless the fight is stopped. And it's, as opposed to on the feet, if you land a big shot, you'll see the guy wobble or step back. There's a bit more of a tell to it.
Yeah, and of course you got the advantage there of ground and pounding. You're hitting them, and their heads hitting the canvas there, so there's no, like you say, no exaggerated movement.
Makhoshi can just get the timing down, just to throw some shots when he's shooting in. I think he'd be able to land big. He's really telegraphing these takedowns. He's Karol Zdunk.
Oh, no hand slap? No. There we go. Makhoshi's in a fight now. Kicks them legs.
Makhoshi's swinging from the fences, but it's landing. Now, good sprawl. Excellent. Now he's defending. Oh, nice up kicks, kicking away.
Makhoshi kicking those legs is very effective. Prevents you from really getting off on those takedowns.
Karol's done. Surprised he's not trying to get back to his feet. There we go. I think we're going to see Makhoshi swing big again.
That right hand, he likes to throw it like a fastball.
Boom, like that, and it landed.
Yeah. Makhoshi doubles as a pitcher for a baseball team.
Oh, front kick from Makhoshi as well.
Makes him spin away. Can he sprawl, 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 sprawl?
Oh, with the whizzer. Oh, it didn't work though. Makhoshi was having such success. He just can't defend these fantastic takedowns from Karol Zdunk.
He's doing well to gather up those legs, get them close together, and then capitalize on a takedown. Look, he just steps right into mount, right? He's on top, crushing down on Makhoshi. This is 205 pounds. This isn't light heavyweight.
Almost feels like with Makhoshi, like his escape from any position is just when you transition.
Yep, when you transition.
He just loves to scramble. Like right now, he gave up his back because he wants to try and scramble out of it, but it hasn't quite worked this time. But if he gets to his side, he could end up on top and close guard.
Is he going to spin on top right now?
That's what he's looking for. It's, Steve will call it and everything.
So strong, isn't he? So strong. You see the power of Makhoshi. He's so off. He's so understated, isn't he?
Yep.
Big old belly, big old badunkadunk. But that's he's ready to kick the crap out of you.
He's definitely, that could have completely changed this round and completely changed this fight. If Karol could have spent the rest of the round on top, it would have been very hard to score this fight. But with this reversal by Makhoshi, especially if he can get a little bit of damage going.
And you're very slick right now in this fight, right? So you're very wet. It's going to be very hard for you to actually get any sort of purchase on a person's arm and threaten takedown and threaten submissions.
And we've seen
thunderous.
Karol Zdunk look very awkward off of his back. Great on top, great on top. And this is often the problem with these big, strong guys. It's like how much of their time in the gym is spent with someone as big as them, as strong as them, on top of them. It's often it's just not. And that's one of the things. I'm quite heavy as well. It's one of the things you have to do. Is you have to constantly be giving up position so that in a competition, when you're fighting someone your size and you're in a bad spot, it's not an unusual thing for you.
Yeah, and there's everything Makhoshi does is exaggerated, right? So when he lifts up in a few seconds to throw a punch or something, it'll be big, it'll be flashy, it'll be something that the judges do see. Whereas everything Karol's done so far has been understated. It's been effective, takedown and positioning, but now we've got 10 seconds left in this fight, and you got Makhoshi still working. He's got a forearm across the face, and he's looking to land that next big shot as Karol sneaks around to the back. And there we go. Now we go for our judges' decision after 3 rounds. We're going to go to our official decision. Chris is going to run off, and he's going to go gather the information. Again, hard to score, but Makhoshi has the knockdown in the first round, and he's able to continuously reverse positions. Makhoshi, Karol. Let's run it back. Give me a round 4. That's what I always want, round 4. Wait, Chris is going to gather up those cards from our judges. Karol seems fairly confident. He looks very confident. Makhoshi seems to have given it all. Good show of respect from both fighters. We're going to go for our official decision just momentarily as Chris consults the judges' scorecards.
After 3 rounds, an incredible action goes to the judges' scorecard. And it was a unanimous for the winner in the blue corner, Karol Zdunk!
Karol Zdunk, your winner from beyond black belt. He ekes a decision against Makhoshi. I'd love to see those two run it back in a couple of years when they've both acquired some more skills and are ready to temper each other. Good showing from both men, damage on both sides. Just wasn't Makhoshi's night tonight.